Earlier this week, I attended the inaugural Inside ETF Smart Beta conference. And my biggest takeaway was that there's a lot of debate on the definition of smart beta, but even more importantly, no one really has a consistent methodology for evaluating them. Now, this is a very big topic. There's no way we can cover it in a 2 or 3 minute video, but I thought today we'd hone in on one aspect. So first, let's define smart beta. So the Taroso definition is essentially any ETF that follows a non-traditional or non-market cap weighted index in an attempt to produce superior risk-adjusted returns or solve for an inefficiency that's inherent in traditional indexing. So with that, I thought I'd be consistent with last week's ETF Prism report where we discussed what the true cost of owning an ETF is and focus in on the smart cost of smart beta. So at Taroso, we've developed proprietary software to evaluate the cost of smart beta ETFs. And I'm going to take you through our 4-step process using an example VUSE, that's the Vidant Core Equity ETF, a recent allocation for us, and really go through the process of figuring out how much we're paying for the smart part of that smart beta ETF. So VUSE is at 55 basis points. So let's start there. So step 1, we need to set a benchmark. And this one, it's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Large cap US equities, SPY, S&P 500 at 9 basis points, high correlation, that's our benchmark. Step 2, determine the overlap. The overlap between VUSE and SPY is only 11%. That means we've got an 89% active share. We're producing something that is 89% different and gives us the ability to possibly outperform. Number 3, apply the difference in active share to the difference in expense ratio. So that's 44 bips applied to 89. Tells us that for the smart portion of VUSE, we're actually paying 51 bips. Step 4, consider and compare to other smart beta ETFs. This isn't the panacea. This doesn't solve all the questions of smart beta, but it does let us hone in on one simple metric. What are we paying for the smart portion? And a good rule of thumb here, the smart cost should be equal or less than the stated expense ratio, in this case 51 versus 55. If you like, post below here any other ETFs you'd like us to evaluate the smart cost on, and we look forward to speaking with you next week.